Rick, you good? How you feeling?
Yeah, I guess I'm good to go. So you want to warm me up conversationally? You want to do some word association games?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
unless you are.
No, I'm good to go.
I'm good to go. Yeah, you were dissing My Chemical Romance on Ethan Everhart's podcast.
Look, I was doing a lot of just talking. Yeah, like I was
That's
kind
the name of the game, buddy.
Yeah, but not a lot of like thought put behind it. I think it's mostly just he says something and I just fucking you kind of just talk without actually thinking about it. That's how I felt.
I got
the
that you came from a
entire time.
pretty religious background.
Yeah, I threw that. I probably talked about that a little bit too much. I don't actually care that much about religion. I think it just kind of kept coming up.
Well, how did you lose your faith in God?
What is this?
And how are you?
Are you fucking with me right now?
No,
Okay.
I mean, you
What
said
is
you
your
came from.
deepest insecurity? What's
I mean, that's what podcasts are all about, buddy.
how did I lose my faith in God? I feel like the seed. I mean, I feel like there's like always this trajectory for people that are like going like shifting away from religion. Are you a religious person?
Yeah, I guess I'd say that. Yeah.
You still are?
I mean, I was raised Catholic. I still like, if I feel like I'm in trouble or I need something, I'll like throw up a prayer or something, or like
Yeah.
I feel I have like a personal relationship to.
Okay, but you're not
God.
but you're not like practicing.
No, I'm not going to church every Sunday or anything like that. No.
Okay, yeah. I do that too, but I don't know what I'm praying for. Like
Well,
to
I
me,
mean-
when I'm doing it, it's more just like I feel like it's more like meditation or just reflection on.
Well, do you feel there's a higher power still?
I don't know.
Do you?
No,
you
not
still
really. I
talk
feel
to
like I'm
God?
just talking. Like I'm just like
You're throwing
saying
it out
kind of like
there.
what I want, and yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just kind of like doing it, but I'm doing it loud enough so that my wife hears me. But I could really use a fucking someone to
Yeah,
do
that's
these,
funny.
someone to do
Please,
these dishes.
God, do these dishes.
And then I'll come out, and sometimes they're done. And,
Your wife is like, he calls me God.
Yeah.
Oh, you're married. That's cool.
Yeah, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I thought you were saying that you were. I heard you talk about being in a long-term relationship, and
Yeah, I'm married. You didn't know that? I guess a lot of people don't.
you don't wear a ring.
Yeah, well, that's just because I lost it.
Yeah, I lost my first wedding ring too,
Yeah, right away.
and I'm usually pretty good with that shit.
Yeah, I actually lost it because,
Lost it with your faith.
yeah, I
You
think
threw
that
it
was
into the ocean when you're like, God's not real.
Yeah, no, I lost it in. When I went,
show the
back
camera
home.
your ringless hand.
Yeah, this is where my ring would be if I was a good.
Actually committed to her.
Yeah, if I was a good husband. But I actually lost it I went back home for Christmas and somehow it ended up in my little brother's shoe. And then he took his shoe back to South Carolina, where he goes to school.
So you didn't really lose it. You know where it is.
But now he's married to my wife. She finally gets what she wanted, married to a 19-year-old college athlete.
Ooh, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say nephew, I think little boy, but
No, it's my brother.
oh, I thought you said, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, well, maybe you should. Hey, listen.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, my bad.
Respect your podcast guests.
I do. I respect you a lot. Just so everyone knows, this is Lucas LeBlanc,
and it's an honor.
new comic in town.
And it's an honor to be here with JP Gonzalez.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I always have that kind of a running joke with some comic in town. Usually, of like I don't remember their name. I don't. I mean, it's not that I don't respect you, and I don't want you to feel upset about it. But I am bad with names,
Mhm.
and if I'm taking the time to ask your name, I think that you should be flattered because it means I do care about your name.
Yeah. Well, you've done it so much to me where like I started to like giving you an
Get
incorrect
upset.
name every time.
Yeah. That's always
And-
how it goes. That's like a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. I understand what jokes are. Thank you. But like then I started like, wait, what are his actual initials?
Uh-huh.
And then like it takes me usually like 5 minutes after seeing you before. Oh yeah, it's JD. It's not, QR
Right,
or
right.
whatever.
QR code.
Yeah.
That's a good stage name, huh? QR code.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, I'm QR code.
Yeah, I think I could go with this stage. I've realized that there's a lot of people in the scene that have stage names because they don't want their places of work to find out. And I was like, that's like when I found out the amount of people that do that, I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, too late now.
Yeah, much too late.
It's Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Just so people know, your name is Logan.
Yeah.
Birkholz.
Yep. With a question mark at the end.
That spell kind of fucked up. It's got a fucking Z, an H, a K.
I guess
that's a lot of fucking shit going on there.
Yeah,
bud.
I guess those are usually kind of the last letters that you guess in Hangman. But I don't know. They're just
hey, I like
just
you.
letters.
What I'm saying
dude.
is I like you, bud. I think you're a funny guy. That's why I wanted to get you on the pod. You're a young gun in the scene, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And whenever anybody's kind of playful, you were the most aggressive with this joke, actually, which I did tell my wife, and that's why she's not here.
Most aggressive with my joke about having sex with your wife.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Usually people are like, ah ha ha. This guy was like, oh yeah, maybe you'll remember my name if I fuck your wife. Which I thought was hilarious. Very aggressive.
Yeah. Where is she, by the way? I've been meaning to introduce myself.
She took the dog out for a walk.
Yeah. I don't like making jokes about fucking someone without knowing them, because I like it to be real.
Is that how your marriage started?
Joking about having sex with her. Yeah. My marriage started actually from, we met through Tinder, which is,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know, a little bit embarrassing, but I feel like a lot of people do it now.
Yeah, a lot of people do it now.
Yeah.
You found her after you lost your religion, your relationship with God, your eternal soul?
I think she kind of helped me push me off the ledge of it because we were going to church for a little bit, just feeling it out. Because I was a super conservative Christian. And then I think there's this trajectory to it where it starts out okay, well, I don't want to be... I'm going to be still Christian, but a cool Christian, on gays and stuff. Yeah. And then it's this is kind of weird. And then you work towards maybe I'll just be
because Christians can't be cool.
Not I don't think if you're a super conservative Christian, you can't be cool. If you, if you won't pray with another Christian group because you think that you're the only correct religion in the entire world, everything that you do is specifically correct and everything else is wrong. Yeah,
you mean some other branch of Christianity?
Yeah,
not just another group of people.
Yeah, that's how conservative our group was. They wouldn't pray with other Christians. We would go to when we would play middle school basketball games. We would show up.
You went to religious schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Indiana.
Wisconsin.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all whatever, man. It's all the same. But we would go to and we would pray before games, and sometimes we would play teams that were outside of our sect of Christianity, and they would tell us not to pray with them because it would be. You
would pray with the other team?
No, they wouldn't allow us. Well, they would open the game with a prayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought this was your group huddle or whatever. You're like, hey, let us fucking stomp these losers.
That's kind of what it is. It is. And I feel maybe that's sort of planted the seed is we would pray, and then sometimes, and we were most of the teams I was on were fine, but then we would lose, and I'd be like, what the fuck, dude, these people, you were letting these heathens beat us, these people, and I don't know, I had a weird kind of,
especially when they're not Christians, you're like,
yeah, exactly. If we go and we play a public school and then they let us beat us, even though we would pray before games.
You see it as God let them beat you?
Yes, dude. I would see that, dude. Okay, this isn't even a joke. I would make weird sexual deals with God because main thing. What's the main thing you're not supposed to do as a teenage boy that you always do?
Masturbate.
Right. Bingo. And so I would tell God, okay, if you let me score 10 points tonight and we win, then I will not masturbate, wow. Dude. and then if we would lose and I would have a bad game, I would come home and I would jerk off.
Oh my God.
So hard, man.
To spite God in that way?
Exactly.
Wow.
I would be looking up at him you made me do that. You fucking want some of this? Yeah, you like that? Yeah, you wow. Fucking... Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Jesus, man. But
that's
so
intense.
It's an unhealthy. It was a really unhealthy relationship with.
Yeah, sorry, and I interrupted you saying that when you started to lose your religion. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the trajectory because you go from I'm going to be this cool Christian. It's maybe I'll just be agnostic, and then you turn, and it's some point in college. I think you just turn into this angry fucking atheist. And you're looking to get in arguments with anybody that'll even get close to mentioning religion. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Keep going with your story.
Yeah, that was me. That was me senior year of college, writing my thesis paper on how religion, is intertwined with the patriarchy. But yeah, and then you turn into like this.
Kind of looks like you.
He looks like a he looks like a pilgrim.
What do you think you look like?
Maybe a
No, you guys
a hipster twist on a pilgrim.
Last interjection.
Yeah.
On Ethan's podcast, which I did listen to because you did it right before mine.
Yeah.
I guess there's something out in the ether. Like, we got to get this guy. We got to get this guy on our pods.
Yeah. You were probably one of the 4 people.
Really?
I imagine.
That's a lot of pods, huh? It's exciting.
What's that? Pod talking?
Yeah. You don't seem enthused about being on podcasts. Like you were ready to blow this one off, kind of.
Well, I enjoy it. It's also weird. That was the longest I think I've ever hung out with Ethan. You know, outside of open
We're gonna
mics.
double that.
And
here.
also just like talking back and forth constantly. Because most of the times when you're talking with other comedians,
Christ.
it's for 10.
He's pretty quiet.
10, 15, Christ.
Yeah, when you're having a conversation with Christ, he doesn't really talk back.
Yeah, you're really doing most of the work there. So now to try and talk with you, which I guess is kind of an extension of Christ, since you're still.
You said it, not me.
Is that what this is?
Is there
going to be? Is a priest about to pop out of that closet?
No.
To bring me back?
It would be a Catholic priest. I don't think he'd be into that.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's you just the most judgmental. Okay. Anyway, on this Ethan pod, you said you're like, rate me on a scale. I put 7, and it's mostly because you're tall.
A scale? Oh, for
you're
how hot?
Handsome guy.
For how hot I am? I think 7 is.
Yeah, you're tall. You got a good head of hair. The mustache, I think you could trim up.
The mustache, it does not look good right now. Yeah. I just shaved the beard around it, and then it's very stringy. It's wiry.
You could put some wax in it.
I don't know.
I got some mustache wax if you want to use. I used to do that.
You got that on you right now?
I mean, it's in the kitchen. I mean, it's in the bathroom.
Come on, let's haul it out there, dude. This could be a makeover on top of a.
Yeah, just like Queer Eye. Look at this mess we got right here.
I think I could really benefit from Queer Eye. That's probably my guilty pleasure show.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
No guilt here.
Well, I mean, we're talking about, I guess, once
a Reformed Christian.
Yeah, maybe I'm still too tied to my religious background.
Okay, sorry. Keep going with how you fell out with God.
Do we have to? I feel like we're trying to. Okay.
No, this is great.
But anyways, I think I was saying, like, you turn into like this angry fucking atheist,
right,
where you're like looking to argue with everybody about anything. Like, oh, you're a Christian, you're fucking Christian. Oh, you fucking, what, you pray? You fucking, and then eventually you kind of get to the point where like no one likes that person. That person's very annoying. And then you kind of just go live and let live. And
were you still like praying before meals, or like trying to make people save people when you were in this weird zone?
When I was an angry atheist.
Oh, so you were the one telling people like, oh, what do you pray, you queer?
Yeah. Oh, you like God? You fucking, you gay, dude? You're asking.
Okay, that was you. I thought people were making fun of you.
No, I was saying
you went bully. You went full heel.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we keep interjecting. Now, there's an arc to this, okay?
Yeah.
It's conservative Christian, cool Christian, agnostic, angry atheist, and then
Christian?
You become more peaceful, and I think then you become like this sort of live and let live atheist hybrid agnostic, and that's where I'm at now.
Agnostic.
Huh? Yeah. Where I don't really care. I think.
Okay.
Unless someone's an asshole, then I'll get in an argument with them
about anything.
About like religion. Okay. Like if I hear someone that's like, this is for sure it, and like if you're super, like if you double down on it, like I want to, I kind of want to jab you a little bit.
Sure.
But for the most part, yeah, I don't think I care.
So you met your wife as you were leaving the church.
Yeah, I would say so. And then we went a few times to like one of those like cool churches, where people are like clapping and there's a guitar.
When you say cool church, you mean a black church?
What church?
A black church?
Why are you whispering black? Black is an okay word to say. It's the other one.
Jesus, I can't believe you're like really pushing it though.
Black. I have like 4 black friends, I think. So It's okay that I say
All the
that.
comics in the scene, you consider your friends.
There's all the people that I've said 2 words to at open mics.
We're friends now.
Yeah, we met. Yeah, we went to a few, and then like it was just it's so weird, because like they're really trying to push it on you. Like, no, hey, this can be cool. Look at it. Like it's like Jesus is like this cool guy who wears like a backwards hat and plays hacky sack, and also plays acoustic guitar. And then I remember me and my wife kind of looking at each other like, yeah, I think we should get out of here, and then we did forever. That's kind of been
Miss
it.
anything about it? I mean, like the security, anything like that?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like it probably gives you peace.
It
right?
gives me comfort to think that there's something, all my dead relatives, people I love, I'd like to think that they're somewhere better, instead of just dead over,
Yeah.
like just going into nothingness.
Yeah, I think that's kind of brought me peace though, is like the idea of like nothing matters, so you can kind of like decide what matters to you.
Sure.
Like that's
Yeah.
like I think that's how you come to peace with comedy. Like if you question like, oh, why am I doing
with
comedy?
comedy.
This is absurd. I'm a narcissist. I'm like always I'm just looking for positive feedback from people. But then it's like, well, no, this is important. This is art. This is like, and you can kind of like decide that it's important for you. There's a word for it. It's like existential is I don't know what the word. It's like basically the plot point of, you seen that movie Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the idea there is like, hey, nothing matters. Anything could have happened, and everything is happening in other universes. And as a result of that, you should just do what you want and, enjoy the time with the people that you care about.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think that's kind of
Heaven on earth kind of a thing. Heaven's what
sure.
you make here.
Yeah, and heaven kind of sucks, but I don't know. I think that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I had something else. What else were we talking about right before that?
Your wife, meeting her on Tinder. You felt bad about that.
I don't know. It's lost. It's gone, dude. Forget it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll come back around to it.
But
so I could see. Oh yeah, basketball. You're thinking God made that other team beat you.
Yeah. I have a boner right now. That's the problem. I was thinking about me playing
jerking
basketball
off
as a young
to spite
boy.
God.
Yeah. That's what it was. No. I don't know. So like you feel when you're talking to God, you feel like is he responding to you?
No, I mean, I don't think, no, I'm not hearing a voice or anything like that. But, I do think, the universe sends you some signs, if you're open to some things, the universe is just another way of saying God, or which is, just a higher power or something. I want to believe in that. Sometimes it's comforting to me.
Yeah.
Think that there's somebody or something looking out for me, or like even like my relatives are looking out, my,
okay. That's kind of
my
a
aunt
Hispanic.
died
That's kind of a
recently.
Hispanic thing, right?
Yeah,
With
my
like
ancestors are watching over me. Yeah, I was trying not to get like that way about it. But
yeah, I did like the shrine that was out in your.
My wife is very witchy.
Room,
my wife does like witch stuff, witch shit. It does scare me as a Catholic.
Yeah, I saw the tarot cards out there.
Yeah, I mean it's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for still coming into the house.
Yeah, well, I blessed myself before I came in.
Yeah, I've been working on a whole I want to do like a whole one man, at least hour long bit about. Some would say special about my wife being a witch and how that's frightening to me.
Is she actually a witch?
She does stuff like that sometimes. Yeah,
she's got some spells.
I don't think she's like she's not the Scarlet Witch. She's not like fucking making shit move and stuff with her hands. But as far as writing things on a piece of paper and then burning it, things like that she'll do from time to time. Yeah.
What does she think? What's the purpose? What is that going to do?
She believes in stuff just like we do. It's with. I mean, I don't know. I'm too scared to delve.
I don't believe in
into
anything, man. What do you? Don't try and lump me into.
You said you communicate with God.
I don't
slash your
communicate
wife.
with God. I say shit sometimes
And what is that?
when I'm really depressed. It's like when I hit rock bottom. When
That's when
something
you
is
reach
going
out.
terribly
That's when you
wrong.
reach out. Wow, we just got an hour of him staring up into the ether, just really contemplating his life.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a response right now.
Oh,
Hilarious.
hilarious.
That's crazy.
You're a funny guy. When did you realize like you got some humor?
dude.
Do you feel like you were suppressed with your humor growing up?
I don't know. I was always like a more.
God doesn't like a jokester.
I was the more rambunctious, outgoing kid when I was growing up. I think
family?
I always wanted to be. I always loved the attention when I
Yeah,
was
for
when
sure.
I was younger, and then
Big
I don't know,
family?
high school, big family, four kids.
And
Yeah.
were your parents like, we don't want to associate with you anymore? Go to Colorado when you left religion, or do you?
No, me and my
Has it
parents.
strained it?
Yeah, me and my parents have a weird relationship where
Most do.
because we used to get in arguments, mostly about politics, not so much about religion because I would just never bring it up.
Yeah.
You know,
You learned
like
just what's
it's
not
totally everything's totally unspoken. Like I'll go to church with them when I'm back, because they get very, like they'll kind of like silently plead, like, "Oh, are you gonna go to church with us, or what do you?" And I'm always like, "Sure, yeah." And it's like it's the nice, I suppose, like when you ask, like, "Is there anything you miss about it?" Like there's a true community to it.
Sure.
and
Yeah. I mean,
I
that's what
think
draws
society misses it as a whole. Like I think it was good in general for just like from a community aspect to it, because like people are getting there's like a loneliness epidemic. People don't really
Yeah.
know. People struggle with finding like those like common ground, and now it's not like religion anymore. Now it's like people are gonna go fucking cycle, or they're gonna
Pokemon Go.
yeah, Pokemon Go. Right. I guess.
Yeah. Well, I just reviewed a book a couple episodes ago with my friend Royce called Soul Boom.
Yeah.
And that the like main thesis there was that religion has some good stuff, like, but we're throwing out the spiritual like goodness with the religious water kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, community, things like that.
Yeah.
Do you mind cheating out just a little bit here, because you're getting straight onto the camera now, and I'm getting way more glare on your glasses. Turn your body at like a 45.
This you want me
Yeah,
to
you
do?
can turn your legs too. You could use your. You don't have to.
How's
Yeah, right
this?
there. That's great. It looks great.
Yeah, Dr. Lopez. I suppose. I guess all my
Now
issues
you're out of
really
the
do
camera.
just stem back to my parents. No, I'm not going to do that. What were we talking about? What were we?
Throwing out the spiritual baby with the religious bathwater.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and now a problem with it, I think, because now like so many people are like anti-religion, but now all these just like white 20-year-old women are super into
Tarot.
yeah,
and
tarot cards,
candles
which
and
is just a
crystals.
different absurd religion.
I mean, it's a different thing. I don't know if I'd use that derogatory word,
Absurd?
because I'm scared of witches coming after
How
me
about
and
dumb?
cursing me.
How about
Whoa, not my words. I respect and don't curse me.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel okay saying that about your wife, because we've been intimate already.
Yet I don't remember your name.
But yeah, religion. But that community thing, I don't know. I think like people need to find
that why
it
you came to
in
comedy?
some ways.
There's a community aspect to comedy.
Yeah, there really is, and I do enjoy that part. That's something that I think people I don't even realize that I was kind of missing.
Yeah,
But I was also totally fine with staying at home and just smoking weed, writing bullshit blogs or screenplays that no one will ever read, or and shit like that. But
because that's for you.
yeah. Also, the community that I was in, I was a teacher. I was teaching for like 3 years in like a small town, rural Wisconsin, and I just felt like I was lying about, like, I didn't enjoy the community that I was in. It was nice. People are very nice. I suppose it's kind of fun, but I also felt like I was completely altering my personality and who I was to, like I was developing like multiple personality disorder actively.
Interesting.
Because you're just like a good person all the time.
And that's not true.
That's not who I am, man. That's
So what were you teaching? Were you teaching like religious, like,
yeah. I would,
like evolution? You didn't teach that and stuff like that?
no, I was not. Okay, I was public school. At this point, I was past.
Well, I didn't know. I'm curious. I'm trying to learn about you, bud.
I feel like you're not following the timeline.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we're not, breaking it down like that as much. You went right back to straight on the camera. It's fine. You're great.
What's the problem with me looking straight at the camera?
The glare, the light. I only have so many lights. If I could get,
I just want anyone that's watching this video, want me to kind of like pierce. I want to pierce into their eyes. I want them to be able to understand me just by, kind of looking into my retinas.
They're gonna have to do that by hearing you, I think, more.
That's too bad. Dude.
You have a great voice.
I have a good voice. It's the words that I'm saying that I'm more concerned about.
Well, maybe if you put a little thought in.
No, most of my thoughts on what I'm saying come usually after the fact. I'd like to.
You'd like to work on that?
Yeah. Well, if this was more scripted, I don't know if you got the Google Doc that I sent you about what I would like you to say, and for you to set me up so that I come off really, funny and, yet off the cuff. Did you get that? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't. That's not what podcasts are. They're raw. That's one thing I love about them. Maybe that's why you hate them.
Yeah, dude. I don't want it to be raw. I want it to be set up, but I want it to appear raw.
Right. You're doing a show wide right. That's like kind of like that.
Yeah, sure.
What is it like? What is it? What are you doing?
It's a show it's a weekend update style show.
What's it called?
It's called Apocalypse Tonight. It's every second Friday. And it's pretty much just weekend update, but it's an hour long and it's shittier. Yeah.
I mean, they got a whole production crew and they've been doing for about 20 years on The Daily Show. So I wouldn't hold yourself to that big of a standard.
No, yeah. It's a fun show though.
What do you talk about?
We mostly just do like one-liner headline jokes, and then we bring on different comedians in the scene, and pretty much anybody that wants to, try something different, do a character, present an issue satirically, and they'll come on and do 5-10 minutes as that character, and then
any good ones yet?
Yeah, we do. We've had some great ones. Adam Gilliland has come on and report on Big Pharma, but Pharma with an F. And yeah, that was very fun. I don't know how to describe it because it was honestly pretty dumb, but
but it worked for the show.
Yeah, it worked for the show. We've had Kelsey Rosen has come on, and she's been like a brand ambassador talking about trying to sell her lotion and lotion doors. Bailey Tyler has come on explaining her sex, as she's come on as like explaining sex positions as someone that's never had sex before. So there's always fun, dumb characters that come on. And even when the show isn't that great, it's still fun and entertaining. So I'd encourage you, the viewer, come on out. Apocalypse Tonight, wide right, March 8th. It'll be a good one.
It's once a month?
Yeah, once a month.
A lot of work has to go into that, huh?
So much work. Yeah.
Do they video it or anything, or is it just?
We do record it. Evan Johnson or Evan Fitzgerald records it, and we always forget to take the memory card afterwards, so we haven't done anything with any of the footage. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I should get that from him every time. Every time I think about it.
Know what you're gonna do about that. So you don't want to edit it. You have no interest in really.
Everything just takes so much time. The thing with shows. I talked with Jeff Stonick about this before starting a show, and he's giving me, for these shows, you got to just minimize your input, maximize your output. I'm doing the exact opposite. Like, it's so much work, it takes so much time, and it's like this tedious bullshit that's not that fun. Like putting together like slideshows. And most of the work is just like superimposing penises onto just stills from Getty Images, because every single punchline ends up being a dick joke somehow. And that takes a lot of time, and that's not that fun. The writing the jokes, that's a good time. The performing is fun. The getting 0 tips afterwards, that's not that much fun. But
The venue doesn't pay you to do it.
yeah, I mean,
You get a little bit, but
yeah,
not.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah,
You
it's
pay the
like-
performers with it and
it's
stuff like that.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
$100, I mean,
No, I totally get that.
yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to get people to tip you afterwards. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Like Ethan
Especially when it
Everhart
doesn't.
has fucking
Yeah,
QR codes. You're always putting out shit like that. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, dude. Last time at our last show, it was going pretty good. It was probably like a B. It was probably like a B plus, but it kind of lost steam at the end and sort of dragged out. And then I went around afterwards. It was like, oh, hey, did you guys enjoy the show? And then the dude was like, and I was like, oh, did you just get here? And he was like, no, I've been here the whole time.
Oh, damn. He couldn't even give you a, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I
not
don't
even.
got any cash on me or whatever. He
Yeah,
just fucking
yeah, dude. He
a
just.
dick.
Yeah, he was just
sorry about
honest, which whatever.
It's just like his
But-
opinion,
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just his observation.
Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, Yeah, when I used to do Comedy Save the Video Star at Mutiny, so there was a lot of
Yeah.
we
I've
used to
never been to
we
that.
used
Are you still
pass
running
around
that?
a bucket? Yeah. The next one's actually coming up
Doing at Western Sky?
April 11th.
At Western Sky?
Yep, Western Sky Bar and Tap Room. It's a music video comedy mashup show. You should check it out. Yeah, it's been going for a long time. It's been going for like 6 or 7 years now, I think. So.
Yeah, dude. I got to come watch that. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's
I've
April
been
11th.
thinking about hitting up Harrison and having our show and seeing if we can do a show there. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
he's
think it might.
open to shows. He loves the variety aspect of things. So if you can get like a musical act on there or something, I think he'd be way on board.
Yeah,
Or maybe a beat poet.
yeah. I really like that bar. The place is cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Harrison always seems a little angry, but
He's got a lot. He's got a lot to do, man. Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to suck.
yeah. So I was like, hey man, how's it going? And then he's like, me, fine. And then he just then he has to go solve some issue
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the bar, set up sound.
Yeah,
Yeah. It seems like he enjoys having the bar, but also deeply regrets it at the same time.
yeah. So much in comedy is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe the performing arts in general.
Yeah.
Did you do anything before comedy, like performing arts wise?
No, not really. I mean, teaching is you're kind of performing every day.
Yeah, especially if you're lying about your.
About who you are as a
Yeah,
person.
yeah, like you were saying.
That really felt like a performance. Because the thing, man, dude, a lot of these kids have a lot going on, like a lot
Whole
of
lives.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes they'll just dump it on you, and you have I've never had any issues in my life really at all. Anytime I get sad, I'm like, I don't think I have the right to be depressed because I've had nothing really wrong happen in my life.
So you still got
very
that guilt
blessed,
part of religion. Yeah, very in there.
And then these kids will drop it on me, man, and then you try and get them to listen to a lesson on the Constitution. It feels inappropriate, honestly.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, working with kids is hard.
Yeah. Did you ever work with kids?
Yeah, when I was younger, I taught little kids karate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are you in karate? You a black belt?
I have my black belt in American Kempo. Yeah,
You have a
that's
black
what I
belt?
taught.
You
Yeah.
could beat me up right now, huh?
Yep. Thank you for acknowledging it, not challenging me.
You'd be able to catch me.
You're pretty tall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you. I think.
Yeah. I got a long reach.
Yeah.
I'd be able-
Something I have been battling my whole life. Got to get in there, take a couple hits.
What's your
get in.
favorite karate move?
Karate move? I mean, I did a lot of jujitsu, so I do like choking. I like a rear naked choke's probably my go-to.
Okay.
Like finishing move.
Okay. So is it a coincidence that it's also the most sexual name?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, it's also my favorite sex move.
um,
Yeah, I didn't realize jujitsu was so
naked.
erotic.
Oh no, it's very there's some gay stuff to it.
Oh, okay. Is that the one where you're supposed to be naked for?
No, I think you're thinking of Greco-Roman wrestling.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the one where
You oil
it's
yourself
wrestling,
up
but
and-
with little lizards.
Gecko Roman. Greco.
That's how I picture it. It's just
So does your wife support the comedy thing, or I think most people get into comedy when they've gone through breakups, or
Yeah.
they are about to break up, getting away from a relationship.
Yeah, she supports it. Also,
Has she ever come out to any mics, watch you do anything?
I mean, she doesn't come to Mike. She knows how bad they are. She's been to one.
She's
and
been
she
to
was,
one,
and she
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh,
That's all
okay,
it
I
takes."
think I'm good on this."
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. And I've always told her that. I think and she kind of understands it and everything that goes into it. But she's extremely supportive, like probably to a fault. Like I don't know if it's like a low
My wife,
self-esteem
supportive
thing
to a fault.
or but like she should have broken up with me a long time ago. So I'm very grateful to have her because she's always saying good things and she'll respond to it. I can run bits by her and she'll let me know if it's funny or not. She'll usually try and add something in that's terrible and not funny at all. I don't know. Do you get a lot of support from your wife in terms of comedy material?
The best. I would not. Oh, so yeah, I run jokes by her. She's very funny. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be. When I got in the relationship and like we got married, it was like everything in my life leveled up. I feel like comedy confidence, which I think was directly linked to comedy.
Yeah.
Just feeling.
Yeah, well, it's nice knowing that you always have like this safety net of happiness.
Yes,
right?
It
like
is
it's
great.
like
it is
like no matter how terrible it goes, at least I got this like pretty lady at home that loves me and supports me in everything I
and
do.
Sometimes it's even hard to go out when I'm like, all I want to do is just cuddle on the bed, eat a bunch of food, and watch some some TV.
Yeah, I almost don't feel like she is like now that we're getting round and back. She is kind of like my God in that way, where like I really go to her when like because I'm probably something I really could work on is just like being I guess more present and around her in general. And it's like only when something is going really bad is when like I feel like I'm like a really good husband, either I was just an asshole or maybe something in comedy didn't go well or something else in life isn't going well and I'm kind of sad and then I just like you get to go home and I'll like suckle up next to her titty or something
suckle up, wow.
What a choice of words. Oh, you've never had like a
choice of words.
You're just but you've never had that where like you have a bad night in comedy, come home and you're just like
and then cuddle your wife.
Just like just like
it's the best.
Tell me something. Tell me I'm a good boy. And pats you on the head. He's like, oh, you want to cuddle up next to the booby? And you're like, yes.
Oh, I love that you're so open.
Yeah, this is.
It's great to have a supportive partner.
Yeah, really, it does feel good, but. Yeah. Do you have a lot of jokes about your wife? You've joked about her being a witch before. I've heard that.
Yeah. That stuff. I mean, it's not mostly about her. It's about like, her actions,
the concept itself.
Yeah. I try not to be disparaging or anything, but I mean, I feel like a lot of this stuff is about my partner.
Yeah, when you're around them all the time.
Yeah, you're around them all the time, so
it's going to naturally come from what you're thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so nice to have
a supportive sneeze out there. Wow.
Yeah, she's real. You heard her sneeze.
Or is that a spell?
Maybe it's a spooky.
Yeah, maybe it's a spell working.
You don't do the sign of the cross?
The sign of the cross? No, I never do that. I was a Lutheran. I wasn't Catholic. I wasn't Catholic.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you were wrong. Not only are you annoying, but you're wrong. About religion.
What's the big difference
between Lutheranism and Catholicism?
Yeah.
You really don't know?
No.
I think the idea is just.
I wouldn't say I was a learned Catholic. You
didn't go to Catholic school.
I mean, no.
Yeah. Well, in Lutheran, the schools that I went to, they were very good. Like we had religion class, like every day for 45 minutes. And in some of those religion classes, they would like explain the differences between every single branch of Christianity to tell you, why you're correct and everyone else is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Catholicism one, the main thing being like that, the priest would fuck kids. That's That didn't have, again, our pastors had wives that they could fuck, so then they didn't have to fuck kids. I think that's
They
probably,
just did it for fun.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just for the love of the game, right? It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with like a power play or anything like that. It was just for good old fashioned
Ruining lives.
Yeah. But I mean, the main difference is like the believing in saints. Like the Catholics believe that Mary's a god or whatever, that she's holy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and in Lutheranism, it's just like, no, it was just her uterus that was holy.
We used her and got rid of her.
Yeah. And, you know, she's a good lady. She's a nice mother. We respect that. But outside of that, she can get fucked by God.
Yeah, by God.
Which is how we got Jesus.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So what's taking the place of religion now? Comedy?
I suppose. I don't know. Maybe just like rational thought. I think I would.
Hilarious.
Yeah, take that, religion. Take that, Pastor
You
Brower.
got him.
That was the real name of my pastor.
Do you want me to bleep it?
No, I'd like you to CC him in an email.
Yeah, I'll make that a clip.
Yeah. Yeah, Pastor Brower, Pastor Kukan, Pastor
what?
Kukan.
Sounds like a slur.
Damn, dude, it really does. That's like the names of all like Midwestern, like descends from like there's so much German and Scandinavian. All the names kind of do sound like a slur.
Yeah.
Kukan, Birkholz. I guess my name's not too much like a slur.
Well, since we're rounding third here, I'll hit you with some of these lightning round questions. All right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a one-word answer, but first thing off the top of your head.
Okay. Do we have a goal? Are we trying to hit a specific time here?
No, I like to think that the podcast lasts as long as it is. I'm very old school with podcasts. I mean, I started listening way back before they were very popular, and I love just the free flowing conversation. That's all I've ever tried to do here.
Oh, okay. So you don't even have like a set goal with it. You don't even have like
to have a good conversation.
Okay.
An interesting conversation that hopefully people enjoy listening to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that not good enough for you?
You also like have a good job or a very good voice for podcasts, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Know? Like it's kind of, it's nasally but welcoming. If that's
oh, nasally, huh?
Well, like, and when I see you in person, like I don't resonate with your voice that much, or at least
you did not acknowledge the institution that left hand right brain is enough, and that almost made me not want you on the pod. You got to know your comedy history, dude.
Yeah, I had no idea
I'm part
that
of Denver comedy history now.
I had no idea that left hand right brain was such a staple of the Denver Denver comedy
Anybody
scene.
who's anybody has come through this podcast.
Yeah, is that true?
Yes.
Is this everyone that's ever been on the podcast? Right here?
No. But it's a sampling. That was a gift from a friend.
Yeah, it looks good. You take a picture with everyone after they come on?
I usually do, yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of good comedians on there. You have a lot more hair.
Now? Yeah.
I also like the still that you have that you put up on Spotify of you like kind of you look like a cartoon supervillain in it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Professionally shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and your arch nemesis is like a glazed donut or something.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you know it. I'm doing that the LHRB challenge, which I've been doing very well with. Lost about a pound a day.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The sweets are definitely my Achilles heel.
What are the stakes?
Dinner. We're gonna dinner at Fogo de Chao.
Okay. That's it.
Respect. Respect to my friends.
Just being able to see your penis.
Everybody will respect me more if I'm thinner. People don't respect fat guys.
You think that's true?
Yes. Mr. Tall, skinny guy. You think that's true?
I don't know, man. I guess, is that why you wear the hat so people focus less on how fat you are and more?
Oh, damn, dude. Woo.
See, if I wear these giant hats, then
proportionate to my body.
I don't think you're that fat.
Thanks. Thank you.
I think you're But what is that? How are you going to not get fat? What's the plan?
A big
how are we
calorie counting.
gonna make skinny JD?
Muscular, I like to think. Yeah. I work out,
Okay. Because a lot of there was a teacher I worked with that was a black belt in karate, and he was very fat.
Well, you don't have to be you don't have to look like and most fighters don't look like, Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky movies.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the fighters that you see on TV all do. Like the people that are like professional fighters. I mean, maybe not the boxers. Like if you're a heavyweight boxer,
I mean, they're like in shape, but they're not bodybuilders. They don't look like Schwarzenegger. That's a different type of conditioning.
Right.
Like Schwarzenegger wouldn't have the cardio to go rounds in a.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's something totally. He's not really an athlete.
Yeah.
He was kind of like.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic
single
thing.
muscle
It's
in
an
his
aesthetic
body.
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the because you want more fat on your body so you can burn so you're eating more carbs so you're not naturally as like lean.
Right.
Because you have to burn all that shit anyway. I mean, they're in good shape. Don't get me wrong. And when you see them on TV, it's because they've just lost a bunch of weight to make weight. So there's that as well.
Yeah, but they're still
they're still in very
if you're
good
looking at
shape.
a UFC fighter, dude.
Yeah, but they're not. They don't look like Stallone.
Yes, they look more jacked than Stallone. They look more athletic. They have fucking rock hard. They have like 2 ounces of body fat on them. Yeah, look at Conor McGregor. What is that, John Jones?
I mean, again, he did lose a bunch of weight. Like this guy's like more than normal.
He's a heavyweight fighter, though.
Yeah, so was Stallone. Well, he was supposed to be a heavyweight fighter.
Stallone was not okay. He's not a real fighter. He was in a movie.
He's an actor.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They don't look like that.
So, damn.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to argue with you.
Does he look good still?
Oh yeah, he looks great. He's got a lot of work done.
Yeah,
he looks good.
Man.
He looks good in an angle. Certain angles he looks great. Other angles he looks kind of weird.
Yeah, he looks like he's always kind of like it was like, what did you just say? Like he's always kind of. Yeah, man. I don't know. I work like surgery or Botox on men.
Botox.
Bowflex, Botox.
Yeah.
I just combine those two. But Botox on men never really works out, does it?
I don't know.
Because you always just end up with like those questioning eyebrows like he's got.
I mean, he looked great there,
Yeah, that's good. What's he doing right there? Is he about to pull on his penis?
Demolition Man, do you know what that is?
No, I don't think I've seen Demolition Man. I haven't seen a lot of Stallone movies.
Yeah, this is the first Rocky. This is one.
Honestly, I think one of the few Stallone movies that I've seen is Cliffhanger.
Great one.
God.
Good one.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's supposed to take place in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that. I got to rewatch that one, though.
Very good. Okay, lightning round questions. All right, all meant to be in fun, okay? Who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am right now?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm... All right, I might just leave. I've never had this level of self-reflection before.
Logan LeBlanc doesn't know who he is.
I've always asked myself that in the mirror late at night while crying, but I've never actually, had an answer to that question. Who do I think I am?
Still evolving, huh? Still figuring it out?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you have an answer, to that question, I think you're wrong. So I choose not to answer it.
Okay.
Who do you think you are?
Me?
Me? That's your
That's as easy as you had to make it, bud.
You got a shit. That's a shit fucking answer too.
Somebody trying to make it, not make it, but make it, not make it in the sense of like, success with comedy or something like that, but just trying to have a good life,
Yeah.
I'm a searcher.
A searcher. Okay. Yeah. You're a finder.
I'm a Hufflepuff. What makes you so great?
Do you do this with everybody? Is this how every podcast ends?
Yeah. For most part. God, I wish you would have listened. You would be way more prepared for this.
Yeah, I think I definitely would be. I listened to the front half of the one with Ethan, which was impressive. You talked with him for 40 minutes without him talking about the Bears at all.
I mean, the most popular social clip I made for Instagram is him talking about football. That's got the most views. So I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to pivot to be a fucking sports podcast.
Yeah, get some hard.
If I want the views.
Yeah, get some hard opinions on the 1985 Bears. What makes me so great? You know, man, I think it's because you know I'm funny, I'm charming, but I'm also self-loathing and aware that I'm not shit. Right? I think that's a key.
Aware that I ain't shit. That's actually, that's good.
That's
good.
I think everyone needs that to be a good person. Like anytime that you think things start going well for you, you need someone to remind you that things are going, or that you're not that great. You know,
and who's that for you?
It's me. Okay. So I think that's the answer to the first question. Who am I? I am my greatest. I am my greatest enemy. Yeah.
Wow, I have my greatest enemy. Damn.
Yeah, I'm my greatest enemy.
Profound.
And also the greatest person in the world.
Yeah, I guess if I'm going back to me, I am this hat, because that's all people identify with me now is the hat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to have a personality.
We are one.
Yeah, we got to have a personality somehow. I think that's why I grew this mustache.
What do you think it is that made your wife fall in love with you? I think that's a part B to what makes you so great.
Yeah.
What do you think it is she sees in you besides tall guy?
I mean, honest answer, I think we had sex when we were 22, and it was pretty good. You know,
first person you had sex with?
No, I'm not a experienced sexual maestro by any means.
But she wasn't
first
your
person I had sex with consistently.
Okay.
And I think I didn't want to mess that up.
Yeah. So you're like, I gotta lock
I was
this
like,
down.
this is pretty good. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know if it's anything specific. I think it's more like we just sort of grew together. Like I don't really believe in the concept of like soulmates or like, oh, this person is perfect.
I'm sure she'll love to hear that.
Person is. I kind of said that in my vows, honestly. Like it was.
I don't believe in soulmates.
I think there's probably some people out there that are actually better matches for me. There's definitely women hotter and smarter and funnier, but no, that's all. That's all.
I choose you.
You're lucky. Yeah. Those are my vows. Just how blessed she is to have a guy like me. But yeah, it's more so just like growing together. It's kind of just like there's this. This is kind of lame, but there's this Rick and Morty line that's like.
I was not expecting that. I thought it'd be like a line from The Prophet or something.
There's this Rick and Morty line where it's like, it's like, there's a question like, oh, do you love them? And he's like, love is just continuity over time. And it kind of resonated with that. Like, it's kind of, I don't think, like, it was meant to be like a fucked up, cynical joke. But I think that's I think there's some reality in it. That's
so just being with someone for a long time.
Yeah, and you just kind of
familiarity.
And you just kind of learn about them, and you learn and you understand them on a deeper level, and you grow together, and
hopefully,
yeah, when that happens, then it's, I think it makes it hard to see your life without them, and so what makes her.
You've made it so hard for me to think about life without you. So
yeah, maybe it's a codependence thing.
Sure, there's definitely a little bit of that.
I think that's what she sees in me, is that you'd be afraid to be alone. But if I was to be serious, probably just the fact that everything's very light, easy, funny when we're together. I think it's a pretty simple answer like that.
What motivates you?
What motivates me? I think the fear of being average, maybe. The
mediocrity.
I think so. Like just being like everybody else. It's always been a fear of mine. And yet here we are, two dudes on a podcast.
Two dudes shitting around.
Yeah, so not so kind of living my fear right now. But yeah, what motivates me? I think just honestly, dude, just trying to be like the best at whatever it is that I'm doing. Like, and not so much like comparing myself to other people, but just like, trying to be the best that I can be on that specific day. And that's why I love comedy so much, is because like you can always get better at it. Like I'm never really satisfied. Like I know, like sometimes, do you ever like come off and someone says, "Oh, hey, good set. That was really great." And you're like, that was fine. That was average. That was mediocre. So I think you can always kind of level up, right? Like, and I don't think that's revolutionary.
What does that have to do with
by any
anybody
means.
telling you had a good set, though? Because you don't believe it?
I don't know. I don't know why I chose that, because I don't know, man. I don't like.
I believe that people think you had a good set. Yes.
Yeah.
You just want to let me know that people come up to you and say you're good at that comedy.
I was trying to see if you relate with that.
No,
Like,
yeah.
Like you ever had a good set? Like that was
Yeah,
was,
and it wasn't your best or whatever. You've had better.
yeah, or it was
But,
just
it
was just fine.
Sure.
And, I don't think we should be like self-congratulatory over something that was fine. I suppose.
There's nothing wrong with something being fine, though.
I think there kind of is.
Interesting. You think you have to be the best, the greatest at all that?
I don't think you
Anything
have to be.
you do, you has to be the best you've ever done. Like that kind of stoicism thing.
Is that stoicism?
I think it's like a big thing in stoicism is like, do everything to the best of your ability.
Yeah, I guess. No, things can be fine. Things can be fine, and that's fine. I just don't think you should,
It's fine.
jerk off about it. Right?
One guy tells you had a good job. You did a good job. You're like, geez, stop jerking me off.
Yeah, I only masturbate to top tier porn.
Wait till I feel I deserve a jerk off sesh, okay?
Yeah. I don't
What
know.
is art?
What is art?
Mm-hmm.
I think art. I mean, art can be anything, I suppose. Anything that has anything that's created from a person that has a specific message or an observation on an aspect of society. I'm talking. Don't look at me like that. You're looking at me. You're looking at me like I'm an idiot. That's exactly how I feel right now. Okay, you're right. I should have listened. I should have listened to the back end of all the podcasts. I thought the podcast was just naming actresses. I would have much better answers.
All right, who would play your wife in a movie?
I didn't think about that either. Okay.
Sorry, I've just been getting this whole thing about like my tone. Like if you listen to some of those Patrick episodes, he like hates my tone sometimes. He's like, "You have such a shitty tone." And I did hear myself recently on a video talking to a friend of mine or my wife's friend of mine, but mostly her friend first, where I was talking to him and my tone was very shitty, and I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't realize I was being that."
You do have like I read a lot of books type tone.
I listen to a lot.
And look at all these books back here.
Yeah,
where you have at
Nazi
least a dozen
books.
books behind you.
Take a note, Ethan. No Nazi books.
You have a book that just says fashion, dude. You're a fucking prick, man.
Yeah, I know fashion.
Hey,
It's a prick to know fashion.
This hat, trust me. Okay, I'm very well versed in.
It's actually probably one of my wife's books from theater. Probably has like. Anyway,
Gary Shandling. No, I'm just looking at
yeah,
your books.
those are great.
You tell me what art is. Maybe I'll have maybe that'll spawn some ideas.
I think the bird song is art. That's what I was getting ready to say to you. That's what I was like imagining.
The what?
What your response to me would be: the bird song is art.
The bird song.
Yeah, the bird song.
The birds. Oh, yeah. Art is everywhere.
When a bird makes
nature,
noise, some people think of that as a song. So.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I don't.
not me.
I don't see that as art. I think that's just like a biological action.
Live in your world,
based
buddy.
on evolution.
You don't think a
I
tree
see
is art?
everywhere.
A
I
sunset?
see a homeless person take a shit on a sidewalk, and I'm like, oh, wow, I could write a think piece.
He's
on
really
that.
expressing himself there. Well, yeah. So what I was trying to my New Year's resolution was to watch my tone. But now I have to watch my looks too. 'Cause you're looking at me like,
Your tone.
like I didn't even say anything.
Well, you had this
You're like-
you had this like side smile
I'll
that was
have to
coming
look.
out from behind from like you were gonna have a podcast after this about how dumb I was in this podcast.
Whew, that is funny. Yeah, that's my Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, where you just shit on all your guests afterwards. Yeah, it's fun now.
No,
Tell me,
I
what is
never
art?
do.
What is art to you?
Yeah, it's a creative expression. Are you an artist?
No, fuck you, man. Am I an artist? I suppose. I guess. I don't know. I don't like to consider. I know comedy is obviously an art form. I don't like to consider myself that way because for the most part, I don't think I'm an artist yet. Like mostly, I'm just doing like cum puns and dick jokes, and if people enjoy it and call it an art, that's great. But I don't think it is. I'm not like I don't have enough power. I think quite yet for it to be.
It's only art if you have power.
No, that's not right either. It doesn't feel like pure to me quite yet for it to be called art.
Interesting.
But at the same time, I do kind of like,
But
a
at the
lot
same
of
time, people say I do a good job.
even when I think I did, even when I do average, people like me. So maybe it is art. But I do kind of like respect like the fact that it's just like a hustle, a grind. Like I like it more that like the shitty open mics that are just tucked into the back of a bar, and no one's fucking listening. That to me, that is like pure art. Like it's like the struggle towards creating something, even if it sucks, right? Like it's just you're chasing after this sort of like intangible, this intangible goal that you can't ever grasp and never really will be able to. Like that's kind of art.
Yeah. Oh, you like that struggle. You
Yeah.
like it. Interesting.
Yeah. But like when you go and like I went to the Denver Art Museum and they had some Claude Monet exhibits, and that was definitely art. I was like, yeah, that is. I like that picture. That's art. That's good.
Yeah, a lot of people equate paintings, drawings with art a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I ask that question, they're like, I don't know what you see in a museum. I think it's because that's a skill that you haven't. Well, most comics on this podcast aren't familiar with and haven't mastered. Whereas, like anyone else would be like, yes, comedy's a art because that's a skill set that they can't imagine doing or mastered.
Okay.
I think that's
so them
interesting.
art is a skill set.
I think that a through line I'm just putting together is like, yeah, there's a skill set that people appreciate.
Yeah.
And-
I think that adds up. And
sweet or salty?
Salty.
Interesting. I'm a sweets guy. Pie or cake?
Actually, I might take that back. I love ice. Yeah, if I'm coming home, if it's late night, and
If I'm coming home,
I'm coming
You're-
home.
you're
It's late at
threatening
night.
your wife.
I'm a little high. There's no ice. Oh, she's getting it, dude. She's
oh Jesus,
no, yeah. I do love ice cream late at night.
Dude, me too.
I'd probably go to that more than salty. During the day, I'm more salty. Looking for
the sweets come out at
looking
night.
for pretzels. Yeah. I like to get a little naughty at night sometimes.
Yeah, pie or cake then?
Pie.
Fruit or custard?
In the pie?
Yeah.
Fruit. What kind of custard are you talking about?
But pumpkin pie is a custard pie. Like
Oh.
a chocolate pie would be a custard pie.
Okay. Well, that's different to me. I would rather have a
They're
pumpkin.
pie.
I would rather have a pumpkin pie over an apple pie, but I'd rather have an apple pie over a chocolate pie.
I'm following you, Mud. I'm
a
right
very
with everything.
complex man.
Yeah. What kind of ice cream are you going to? If you're going to the store, you're in the ice cream aisle. What are you getting?
Something Ben and Jerry's for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. They're the best.
And
It's hard to beat.
I don't get a lot of ice cream, so like when I do, I want it to be fucking
best.
top tier,
I hear ya.
man. And sometimes they go a little crazy. Have you seen?
You hear that, Ben and Jerry's? Sometimes you go.
Sometimes I'm like, Ben and Jerry's, relax. We don't need brownies, cookies, and Skittles all in one giant, all in one.
Well, maybe you, but
Or it's. But
don't you listen
But I
to
do
him,
get
Ben.
that one. It's Skittles. There's no Skittles in
There's
it.
no
But
Skittles.
but it's like brownies, cookie dough, and
Is it the Jimmy
and
Fallon one?
fudge. Is that a Jimmy Fallon? I would never have Jimmy Fallon ice cream. You think
He used to have one that was
hack?
What
do you think I'm gonna sing a bad song while I eat the ice cream?
he used to have one that was potato chips or chocolate covered potato chips.
Oh, that would probably be pretty good, actually.
It's all right.
I got this really bad ice cream. My wife texted me on my way home from the Western Sky, Mike, actually, and to get some ice cream. And I went and I got this Kit Kat ice cream from Walgreens. That was the worst ice cream I've ever had.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of those, like I've seen like oatmeal pie ice cream,
Yeah,
things
so
like
I'm
that.
like, oh, that could be good, and then it's not.
Yeah, just not a good quality ice cream.
Yeah.
All right, if you're going for a creamery here in town, which one are you going to?
Oh, a creamery.
Ice creamery.
I haven't been to a whole lot.
Oh wow.
To be honest.
You gotta take your lady out, man.
Yeah.
Treat her to a nice ice cream date. There's some great places.
Yeah, what would you suggest? I'm usually a store guy.
I mean, I'm a fucking little man stand for them. I used to work for them, so I think they're the best ice cream in town. That's why I went to work for them. They're the best ice cream in town, babe. Am's is pretty good.
Is this like an old time parlor? Like, did you have like a white and red striped shirt?
We wore black.
Okay.
And I wasn't scooping it, I was making it in the back.
Oh, okay.
Handcrafted. Great bits.
Yeah, legitimate.
Sweet Cow's good. Little Man's fine. I mean, not Little Man, sorry. Sweet Action's fine. I love Little Man.
What about chains?
Chains? I mean, Dairy Queen's good. It's hard to beat a fucking Blizzard.
Yeah, that's true.
Good Times, I think, has good.
Yeah, I was about to ask good. I got a Good Times right by me.
I love it. The cookies and cream one there, spoon benders, what they call them. So good.
Okay.
So good.
I might get some of that, dude. Fuck, dude, I'm for sure getting ice cream tonight after all this.
Yeah, you deserve it after that shitty ice cream last night.
Yeah, well, and also I came home. This was the maddest I've been in a while, actually. At my wife is because then I went to the roast battle after the open mic, and she had ice cream. Came back. There was a spoonful left inside the pint. I was furious. I was so angry, and like I didn't even like the ice cream, but
still, you should have been able to eat your fill.
Ice cream. Bad ice cream. It's what it's a shitty. It's like it's bad hand job. You still come, right?
Oh yeah.
God, yeah. You still, but I was so I woke her up. It was
wow.
Yeah, dude. It was like 12:30, and I was hilarious. I like showed it to her, like she cheated on me. Like I found like another man's underpants. It's like, what is this shit? Where is? She got so apologized. She's like, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. She actually got out of bed, and I was like storming around the house. She's like chasing, she's like kind of following me around, like trying to say, no, I'm so sorry. I love
trying
you.
to soothe the beast.
Yeah. And I'm like, you woman, this is the last time, woman. Yeah. When I get really angry, I'll call her woman, but, that's kind of a joke. Kind of isn't.
Kind of a joke. Yeah, I bet she loves the I beat my wife jokes.
Yeah.
You keep doing on podcasts.
Good trick for bad ice cream. Just have it with some peanut butter, and then it'll be good ice cream.
No.
You don't do peanut
I'm
butter.
not a big peanut butter. I'm not a big peanut butter ice cream fan. I mean, I'll eat it, yeah, for sure, but it's not my go-to.
Well, it's not peanut butter ice cream. It's peanut butter with ice cream.
Which makes it peanut butter ice cream.
Ah, dude, it's like, I'm
You're
a peanut butter fan. I do peanut butter with everything.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I had a scoop of peanut butter before you got here because I hadn't eaten anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's it treating you?
Good.
Feeling good with the energy right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. I'll do peanut butter. It's a good way to trick yourself into eating healthy too. Like I'll pretend. That's how.
We just got Skippy. There's a lot of sugar in that.
Dude, you don't do Skippy. You gotta get the.
Well, they had a 2-for-1 or a 2-pack at Costco, so that's what we got.
Just go. I do the. You got the Stir Trader Joe's one.
I don't go to Trader Joe's.
You don't go to Trader Joe's?
There's not one close to us, and
I guess
I haven't gotten in there.
Oh yeah, I guess you gotta live in Denver for it. Okay, well now we're talking about groceries.
What's your go-to grocery store? No, but that bit about wanting to getting mad at your wife for eating all the ice cream is very funny.
Oh, that's good.
So it was one pint?
Yeah, it was one pint.
You guys share a pint? That's nuts.
I mean, that's why I'm a skinny guy, and that's why you're trying to lose weight right now. Well, because if we do it,
because my wife will eat half of it.
You want to be a skinny guy? Get yourself a giant pig of a wife. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, he's not gonna go there. He's not gonna go there,
Get
dude.
yourself a big fat wife.
Right. Well, you're gonna be
she's
back on Tinder
she's not
soon.
fat. She's very skinny. You can barely see her, man. She's tiny. She's skinny little girl. It's funny because I told her I was coming over here, and she was like listening to the podcast that I was just on with Ethan.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, she really just wanted to hear if we said anything about her. And
Well, we got it on this one.
and
You're welcome. What's her name?
She's gonna be ecstatic. Abby.
Nice to meet you. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Abigail.
Don't worry, I will not be letting him fuck my wife. But
You
maybe
know,
I'll
you
remember
think-
his name
you
if
think
I
you
fuck
have a
his
s-
wife.
You think
No,
you have a
sure.
say in this matter?
Oh, please. Oh, please. Just because you played basketball in middle school.
Hey, I played basketball in high school too. Okay.
Yeah. Best player C team had, huh?
You're looking at a second team all conference selection in Division
In a
III.
Christian school.
Well, there were public schools that we played. That was better than
and
some
God
public
still let them beat you, so you must have not been that good.
Yeah. Well, I still masturbated quite a bit. So
Oh, yeah. That was your punishment. Your whole team was punished because you masturbated.
that's how they would know.
That's-
Like if we lost the game, they'd all look at me. Did you fucking touch yourself again, man?
We all did. Well, thanks so much for being on, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for being such a good sport. Very fun. Very fun stuff.
Oh, we're done? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good time. Thanks for having me on. I'll start listening to the entirety of the podcast now.
Cool. Can't wait.
All
Can't wait
right.
to talk to you about every minute of all these podcasts.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start a podcast about where I critique your podcasts. How
That'd
about
be.
that?
I would
Or
love
really
that.
all the podcasts in the scene. That would
I
count.
mean, I try that sometimes. Sometimes it backfires on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Where can people
now it
find
feels-
you?
now it feels-
What that show you got going on?
Yeah, come check out Apocalypse Tonight every second Friday at Wide Right.
Every second Friday. Okay, gotcha.
every second Friday of the month, not every other Friday. You can follow me on Instagram, rolling__log. And we also run a show at First Draft. That's just a comedy showcase, another comedy showcase at a bar. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That one's every other Thursday, second and fourth. Yeah, that's about it.
Twice a month, huh?
Yeah, twice a month. Yeah.
All right, on, man.
Good stuff.
Thanks so
dude.
much. Yeah, I usually let the guests sign us off however they see fit. I will say, be excellent to each other, Wakanda forever, and then however you want to say it.
What kind of you're gonna culturally appropriate from the blacks at the very
that
end?
imaginary place. I think
Okay.
Wakanda's in all our hearts. So
Yeah. I don't know if do the whites have an imaginary place that I can sign off to?
I don't think anywhere you want to be associated with.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, be good. Thanks for listening if you did.